Real estate agents, stop.
Do not pay $5,000 or $10,000 for an IDX website. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to build a website that doesn't require you to come out of pocket 4 or even 5 figures. Don't let these marketing agencies and these people in the industry tell you that you need an IDX website that is absolutely custom fitted to the nines. Today, you don't need that. And while all these outfitted IDX websites are great for customers to go and fill out addresses and go and shop for properties on the market, there's no real sense of direction. And what I mean by that, I'll explain later in the video. You want to build a website that brings a customer on a journey. You want the customer to click on your link and take them down a path. And that end of the path being a conversion. Not only in real estate, but in any business, the ultimate goal of marketing is to get conversions. And a lot of these IDX websites nowadays, they look incredible, don't get me wrong, but they don't convert. They're nice and shiny, but it doesn't tell a customer where to go or how to work with you. It leaves the customer without a sense of direction. I'm going to show you my website that I personally built that does not have an IDX plugin. It does have a property search feature, and it's a website that leads to conversions. Let's get into it. All right, here's my website, gabriel-rossi.com. Go check it out if you haven't already. And here's the homepage, right? So I actually did all of this on ClickFunnels. ClickFunnels has been absolutely phenomenal, whether you want to build a website, a funnel page, for whatever your business is, whatever your lead generation strategy is. ClickFunnels, in my opinion, is one of the best places to do it. It's like I mentioned before, you need to take your customer on a journey, and at the end, there needs to be some type of call to action, which leads them to fill out a form to get in touch with you, to buy your product or service, or to schedule a call, whatever it is. And I'll show you how my website does just that. So as you can see here, I have a nice little video on loop of the Port of Miami. Looks really nice, kind of on first glance. When somebody comes onto this website, they're going to see the blue waters, the beautiful Fisher Island, all the beautiful condos down on South Point. And we're left with a few options here. So I have buy, sell, rent, pre-construction, and property search. And I've got my logo right here. Now, each of these tabs will take you down a different path. Let's say, for example, I click buy. It will take you to a funnel where you can sign up for a free real estate investment consultation. Here I have a call to action that says get your free real estate investment consultation now. They can put in their information and they can type in the address of a property they might have been interested in, that they might have seen, or they don't have to fill it out. It's not required. I programmed it that way. And they go ahead and sign up for their free consultation. As you can see on the side here, it kind of lists all the things that a free consultation comes with. And now here, as you scroll down, you see that inside the free consultation, they'll learn a variety of things and what I offer and what I bring to the table as a real estate agent. And a button here that actually brings the customer right back up here. So you'll see that I've done that a few times, and that's really a way to just get customers to kind of go back, and to want to sign up for a consultation. As you can see here, I did a little bit of content on South Florida, just talked a little bit about how great South Florida is for investing in real estate. And I talk a little bit about how great South Florida is aside from the real estate. I talk about the lifestyle, the beaches, etc. Then I have a little get to know me section right here where it talks about me, my experience, my credibility, my expertise, my results, what I do, what I can do for the client. I did this as a means to get the customer to gain trust with me, to see my face, to understand what I've done, what I bring to the table. Because a lot of people build these websites and these funnels and they're faceless. Who's going to want to do business with somebody that they have no clue what they look like, especially when it involves the most important transaction of their lifetime? Then I have a little bit of frequently asked questions. This goes a long way, I think, more than you would think it does. I think that there's a lot of very simple questions that could be answered that actually drive a lot of people away from real estate just because of misunderstandings and many misconceptions. And then I have another call to action that tells them to get their free consultation now, which then brings them back up to the screen. And if you notice, it's the constant call to action to bring them back up to this form, over and over and over again. So they realize that the only thing that they can do is fill out this form. A lot of things that happen on these general websites, especially the IDX ones, while the property search features are stellar, they don't lead the customer down a path. And you hear me saying it over and over. On this page, 1, 2, 3 times I provide a call to action that brings people back to the form. Because when you click on these buttons and it scrolls back to the form, it gets the customer to start to think that maybe this is important that I fill out this form. Maybe it is important that I get this free investment consultation. The constant call to action buttons are super important because it gets the customer to go where you want them to go, not where they want to go. And like I said, while these property search features on these IDX websites are phenomenal, they don't lead the customer down the right path. Now, don't get me wrong, these IDX websites are phenomenal. But the thing is, it doesn't lead the customer anywhere. The property search features are wonderful, but it's just a means of window shopping. People type in the address of a house on Golden Beach for $26 million that they can well not afford, and they end up just clicking off when they get bored. These call to action buttons lead the customer exactly to where you want them to go so that they don't go wandering off. Now we'll go on to the sell. And this is essentially where somebody can get their free home listing consultation. Again, it's the same. If you see, they're very much copy paste. And they don't need to be intricate and extremely creative. They have to look nice. They have to look sharp. But they don't need to be insanely creative. Don't reinvent the wheel. Do the same funnel for your buyers, your sellers, and your renters. As long as it's clean, concise, has a lot of valuable information that your customer will benefit from, you've got nothing to worry about. Again, as you can see, the constant call to action buttons that scroll back up to the form. A little bit more about South Florida, a little bit more about me with the call to action button, and so forth. The FAQs. And again, get your free consultation now. Goes back up there. Honestly, I feel like I should have included more buttons, to be honest with you, but I think 3 is a solid amount, especially for the size of my funnel page. You also don't want to cram your funnel page with so much stuff to the point that they're scrolling forever and a customer gets bored and they click off. The key thing here is keeping your customer's attention. As you can see in the background, there's a nice video of Miami Beach and a golf course and the ocean and the little intracoastal here. I have a nice little video here of the continuum. Again, a little picture of me. You don't want to have too much copy. You want to have a lot of creatives and an equal amount of copy, because you don't want to get your customer bored. You want it to grab their attention and keep them on the website, to keep scrolling, to increase your chances of them clicking your call to action buttons and have them filling out this form. Again, I won't go into it too much. I have the same thing for the renters. It goes about the same. And I don't know if you've noticed, but I've strategically put certain videos on certain funnels, and I'll tell you why. In this one, I have Brickell. Most renters that there are in Brickell, just because that there's more inventory. There's definitely more condo units in Brickell. So I am building this funnel for who my client could be, who my customer could be. My customer is most likely somebody who is younger, maybe a corporate professional who doesn't want to own a home, who doesn't have a home that they want to sell. They're specifically people who just want to get to and from work and have a really nice place to stay. Most of the time, that's somewhere around Brickell downtown. A lot of people just want the high quality condo units that are in this city. And you're not going to get this same type of renter pool in Miami Beach. So it's important to understand who your customers and clients are before building out your funnel. As you can see, it's really all the same. I won't dive into it too much. It's pretty much almost the same. Now we move on to pre-construction. I actually have a video on a step-by-step process on how to purchase a condo in a pre-construction project. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's a really good video. I'm very passionate about pre-construction, and in Miami, there's no shortage of pre-construction. So I go onto here and I have a different type of funnel. As you can see, I have my logo. I have a nice backdrop of Brickell. I have a nice headline, sub-headline. I have a call to action here. That's going to bring me down to a specific area on this funnel. I'll show you a little bit later because I want to get through the other parts of this funnel. Here I have a little bit as to why somebody should invest in pre-construction. It lists all the benefits. As you can see, I have a picture of Bentley Residences in Sunny Isles Beach, and I have the Paragon in Miami Beach. Just a little bit of nice beachfront properties that are going to grab the customer's attention, that's going to make them want to stick around and see how they can be a part of the action in Miami. Here I have a little bit of a step-by-step overview as to how to purchase a pre-construction project. If you haven't checked out that video that I just spoke about a few seconds ago, you don't need to. You can just come on this website, you can read steps 1 through 5, and you'll have basically watched the video within 15 seconds of reading this page. Then I have another call to action button that'll bring them down to here to discover Miami's hottest projects in its various markets. So I have pretty much every major market where there are pre-construction projects in Miami. See, I've got Bay Harbor Islands, I've got Brickell, I've got Edgewater, I've got North Bay Village, Sunny Isles Beach. These are all prominent markets where there are very, very, very top-notch pre-construction projects going on. So, as I said before, I have this button here at the top of my page. As soon as somebody comes in, they're probably not even going to read all of this. They're probably going to be inspired to click this button. Then it's going to bring them down here. So whether they read all this stuff or not is not really important. What's most important is getting them one step further in the process. So let's say, for example, they're interested in pre-construction projects in Brickell. They can click Learn More, and it'll bring them to a page where they can go ahead and select a residence that they're interested in. So as you can see here, we have Cipriani Residences, we have 1428, the residences at Mandarin Oriental, and so on. So let's say somebody's interested in purchasing in downtown Miami. We can go ahead and click Learn More, and this will lead them to a page where they can go ahead and select any project that they're interested in. You can see the name of the project, a little bit of a brief description, and here, just a little mini form where they can fill out their name, phone number, and email, and click Learn More to receive more information. Also, if they go down to the bottom, and if for some reason they're looking for a specific development and it's not listed there, they can go ahead, put in their information, and type in the name of the residences they're interested in that may not be on this website. And then again, that's another means of being able to get a customer to fill out a lead form. The most important thing is always giving the customer chance after chance after chance for them to give you their information, for them to show their interest in you. So this pre-construction page is super important, especially if you're a Miami real estate agent. A lot of agents make their careers off of pre-construction. So it's important to know that when you get started in the industry, more than likely, you are not going to be appointed to sell out a whole development. The way you get in the door to get there, however, is to represent pre-construction buyers. This is a perfect way for you to get buyers, for you to represent, to then purchase those pre-construction units. And as you keep doing transactions, you're going to gain more and more credibility for when that day comes, you get a call from a developer saying that they want you to sell out their residences, you'll be ready. Next is the property search. And now the property search tool is obviously the customer's most favorite tool to use on any agent's website. I actually pay only like $99 a month for this website that when you click on this property search button, it leads you to your own branded property search page. So while it doesn't show up on your website, it shows up on a nicely branded property search page, and it shows you all properties on the MLS. It gives you real-time, accurate MLS data, and a customer can just basically scroll, or if they're interested in a unit, let's just say 143 to Van Buren Street, Hollywood. If this is your house, shout out to you. As you can see, this property is for rent for $6,900 a month. It's got 4 beds, 2 baths, 2,000 square feet, and it's got all the pictures. It actually groups up all the pictures for you so your client can navigate it with ease, or your prospective customer, and they can scroll. And if they have any questions on the property, and just like any other IDX website with a property search tool, they can put in their name and information, and they can go ahead and contact you. Having a property search tool is imperative in the real estate industry. And now, unfortunately, the only way to get one is to pay 4 figures or even 5 figures for a website that you could easily build yourself. And not every agent, especially when starting out in the business, has that type of money to invest. And not only that, a lot of the cheaper alternatives are not good quality, they're not accurate, and it really just almost looks unprofessional. But what I found with Real Scout is it looks very clean, very simple, very sleek. It's branded with your own picture. It's got your brokerage on it. It's got your contact info. So it's really tailored to you as an agent. One thing I forgot to mention, your customer can actually sign up for an account, and they can actually start to save various properties onto their account. And with that, since you have their information, Real Scout will actually auto-nurture these leads for you, and it'll send them updates on things that have just come to market, It'll do all sorts of things like that. It'll send data to your customers for you. You don't even have to put any of the work. And I promise I'm not paid by Real Scout. I'm just happy with how much it's served me so far. And I want to share any valuable data with other agents maybe coming up in the industry that don't have all the money in the world to spend on a very expensive website. So it's really cool to see that they'll actually nurture the leads for you as they come in. And based on what they look at, based on what they're interested in or not interested in, they'll get property information accordingly. Now we're back to the home screen and we're going to scroll. Again, it's building personal trust. It's showing your face. It's smiling, showing that you're friendly, showing that you're also professional, and showing that you're a person. I provide my experience and expertise, the service I offer. And again, it's back to the being in their face with the call to actions. It's constantly almost forcing the customer to go down a path that you want them to go to and not to wander off. You notice I don't have various tabs that you can click and different buttons all over the place that lead them to different areas of my website where they forget and they click off. It's very simple. It's just top to bottom, all bringing you to the same place. For example, on this part of my website, I'm asking the customer, what are they looking for? What best describes you? And this gets them to think, what do I want? What do I want to do? It starts to get them thinking. It's almost like you're having a little bit of a conversation with them. For example, if they want to go sell, guess where it's going to bring them? Back here. Again, you're forcing your customer down a path that ends with them filling out their information and them becoming a lead. It's the same thing over and over. You're building an ecosystem. And for example, here in markets served, these 3 markets are the markets that I specialize in. If they go ahead and click on Sunny Isles Beach to find their beachfront haven, guess where it brings them? Brings them to the property search feature, and it outlines all the active listings in Sunny Isles. So everything that they see is Sunny Isles Beach, and they won't see anything else. Once they find something that they like, they can go ahead, fill out their information, and that's another way to get a conversion. And then one last time, for no absolute reason really, they can just sign up to receive emails from you, to receive market updates, to receive any types of updates, or maybe if they're not sure whether they want to buy, whether they want to sell, whether they want to rent, they might just go ahead and fill out their information because they just want to talk to you. It's a constant call to action mentality where you're asking your customer over and over and over again, and you're touching them over and over again to get their information for them to become a conversion. I lied. Once more at the bottom, I have various site links where it's going to bring you to all the many features that I showed you on my website. And then of course here you have my social media, which also have links in their bios to bring them back to this website for them to start the whole process over again. It's creating that ecosystem to get your customer coming back, to not wander on your website without any intention. The idea behind having a website is not for it to look nice. There needs to be practical use. It needs to lead your customer somewhere. A website without a path for your customer is just a pointless website, and it costs you so much time and money for it to just look nice. You want to put it to use. Now, of course, I'm not saying all the high-end IDX websites are bad. I'm just speaking to the beginners, to those agents who don't want to put up much money. This website costs you $99 a month to build, and you can do all, if not better than what I showed you here. And the only extra thing I pay for is the property search tool, which is only another $99 a month. That for sure beats spending $10,000 for a website that can't convert, but it looks nice. So something to keep in mind is no matter what website you're building, no matter what platform you use, take your customer on a journey with intention. The journey needs to lead and end somewhere. A customer who could be a very qualified buyer or seller could simply wander off your website because they don't know where to go. They don't know how to reach you. They don't have enough information as to why they should work with you. You need to show them all these things as they go on this journey through your website. So I hope that was helpful. I hope you guys took a lot from this website and that you take it as inspiration to build a more funnel-based website that leads your customer down a path that doesn't leave them stranded, that doesn't lose them, but turns them into a lead and turns into a sale. If you want to go ahead and check out my website, like I said, go ahead and navigate around it, gain some inspiration. I have gotten plenty of impressions, plenty of clicks, plenty of conversions just from this website alone through the various funnels that I have set up from it. And it certainly beats a generic website. that doesn't bring the customer anywhere. If there's one thing that you can take away from this video, and I won't shut up about it, and I'll say it over and over again, is no matter what website you use, no matter what platform you use, take your customer down a journey with intention and don't build something that's just going to lose their attention. You need to take your customer from point A to point B. Point B being filling out a form and becoming a lead. If you don't facilitate that journey, consider your client lost and consider a deal lost. If you found this information helpful, go ahead and subscribe, like, leave a comment, go check out my last videos, and you're not gonna hear me stop talking about my school group Estate Exchange. It is free. If you join, you'll get free lifetime access. It is free for a limited amount of time. It's a place where real estate professionals of all levels in their careers, from newbies to agents to investors, can come together, collaborate, grow, learn from each other. And I also provide my own insights and experiences from my own career navigating the real estate industry. And the real power of the group is not within me, but it's within you. So I'll leave a link to that in the description. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you on the next one.